In the previous episode, Aemil successfully escaped the Carceri prison plane and freed Aster as well, although not without taking an intense physical toll. Aemil awoke in Telnar, with no Aster in sight, and found themselves in the care of their father? An ex-soldier, now a Telnari prisoner of war. The rest of the sorcerers teleported back to the prime material plane from the Feywild, and reunited Arya, Tybalt, and Tria with their mother. They hitched an unexpected ride on the escaped rock sent by the Plus Ones. After a long flight of deep conversations and the investigation of new magic items taken from Winter, they finally arrived in Telnar, and reunited with the rest of the Empyreans. Now, the rift awaits them.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Sorcerous Origins, your local pop punk band's favorite actual play D&D series. I am your Coliseum Master, Will Peña, and today I'm joined by the Sorcerers. We have Clayton Currie.
Oh, that's me. Hi, sorry. I got wrapped up in my character sheet, sorry.
Maya Delatorre.
Avalon, Valerius.
Sarah Sherwood.
Clio, Meliora.
Steinberg.
Aemil, Celeris.
And Riley Sivdug.
It's Marcus, Prosperus, baby. I left out the fucking because Jake told me I curse in the first minute of so many episodes.
And
You
that
still
streak
did say it,
continues.
though.
And that
Yeah.
streak continues.
Speaking of Marcus Prosperus,
Oh
bitch.
no! Oh boy.
Marcus, it is a dark but beautifully starry night in the desert. It's pure white sand beneath you, just these rolling hills that seem to go on forever into the horizon. You've been walking here for 10, 15 hours, days, hard to tell.
Okay.
How are you feeling?
How lucid am I? How much of this is a lucid dream? Like, am I aware? I assume you didn't plop me somewhere in the desert for real.
I think you're not super aware right now. It's like you're dreaming normally.
Okay.
How you just kind of accept the surroundings.
Like, in all on, I feel like just kind of brain dead in that, like, just going on pure you keep going.
Yeah, we can see your footsteps following behind you for miles. But as you crest the next dune, you see someone hunched on the ground at the bottom of the hill, pink skin, horns curling backwards.
Oh, I run.
Picking up sand, and you realize it's her, and you realize this is where you are. And you start running down the hill. The sand all like moves and starts sliding in front of you. And she's there hunched on the bottom, taking the sand and just pouring it into her mouth.
I'm gonna just like grab wrists and kind of like stop her from doing that.
Marcus,
I don't eat that.
you're back. Oh, it's good. It's delicious. Have you tried it?
No.
And she like starts to like try to fight against your hand.
No, I do that thing that parents do when their kids are kind of having a tantrum. You know when kids like need like weight and just kind of need to be held? That was how like my brother was. I'm just gonna hold her.
We are gonna make opposed athletics checks.
Okay, wizard.
Marcus is good.
Is an 18.
You win.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just like holding her tight.
It's sweet. It's good. Try it. It's the best thing you'll ever have. It's
Oh,
where have you been?
oh, that one hurt. Mark says, alright, this is only my second night. The time difference.
Yeah, you were gone. I know.
I didn't want to be gone. And I'm sorry that I was.
There's like grains of it kind of on down her chin, just glimmering in the moonlight. It's just so hard to. It's different every night here, and she's still like struggling against you. her horns are like kind of, as she whips her head like dangerously close to
Yeah.
you. Um, you have a plan?
This was the plan. Was just to be here.
That does seem to calm her down a bit. It's sugar. It's not sweet.
Well, that's also not good for you. It's better than sand.
And you kind of want some more after you take the first lick.
I fucking knew it. I knew the moment well, I don't take some more, so how do you feel about that?
Her body relaxes. And she tries to push away, but just like politely this time.
Yeah. I think it's like, again, because this is my like newborn 21-year-old daughter, so
Yeah.
I think there are like some kind of fun moments of like overlapping ages of like you're kind of holding a toddler, but then all of a sudden you are two adults, and it's like right, cool.
Yeah.
I'll let you go.
She hits the ground. She's still like kind of on her knees. And she kind of just moves her hand through the sugar on the ground. It's not always bad. This is one of the better ones. It's not always wheels for arms and ant tunnels.
Have I heard about the ant tunnels yet?
No, not really. You went through a similar experience though with all the Marcuses and the.
Yeah, we don't need to talk
tunnel.
about that. Cool. I think Mark just clocks the ant tunnel and is like, all right, something to be aware of. I kind of sit also down and I'm like, name something, an object.
First that was a Voss, but that's feels like it's easy for you.
I go, well, and I would like to use my performance of creation kind of in this phase, which is the first time I get to use it. It's just as an action, you create one non-magical item of your choice in an unoccupied space within 10 feet of you. And so I think just gonna like open his hands like a little book, and kind of, I think it's almost unceremonious. There's just like kind of a vase like opens up like the pop books, the children's pop books, and then it's like there is
upwards.
a vase there, and he's, this is a dream space where lots of strange things happen, so I don't actually know how impressive this is, but
She reaches out. Can I grab it?
yeah.
She does, and she holds it in her hand a little bit. It's because it's just hand size. It's kind of small. And then she kind of reaches and bites on it a bit.
Okay.
And a bit chips off. Rock candy.
This whole fight, what? Oh.
That's really.
Marcus shakes his head.
That's really impressive, Marcus. I'm happy that your magic's working for you.
Yes. I miss you very much.
I missed you a lot too.
I
That's here, and that's in the real world too.
and I don't have a plan, but we will figure a way for you to not have to be here anymore.
Thank you, Marcus.
I kind of just like, I think like he doesn't even realize that he's like unconsciously like kind of twiddling with the earrings that I stand by, I think don't come out.
Yeah, I think you both sit there in these sugar dunes, underneath that black sky with all of those thousands and thousands of stars with constellations you don't recognize in a big full moon. And there's something behind the moon. And then you wake up.
I hate it here. Okay. Thanks for that experience, Will. It's always a great time improvising with you. So is anybody else awake, or is it just me?
Yeah, I think people are waking up the next morning. Yeah, Aemil is always awake.
I just kind of
Yeah, I think I make eye
Eyes
contact
open.
specifically with Aemil, and I'm just like I think Mark's kind of jolts and is like, oh. There's just a shared moment of like, we are now the two constantly conscious people in this party.
awesome.
Yeah, it's the next morning after that reunion of you all coming home to coming back together. Not really home in Telnar. But I think it was just too much to all go through in one night. Everyone needed to get some sleep. And you guys are in one of these kind of excavated holes in the mountain. This one's large, the size of like a meeting hall, if like some churches have them, and just like and it's all of you in various sleeping bags and or medieval equivalents. Just on the floor, like a gymnasium, about that size. And all the plus ones are there. And I think that the only the ranger dude, your friend Marcus.
Oh, Sigmund.
Yes.
Sigbert, sorry.
Sigbert is still
Freud?
What a Freudian slip.
My brain was to Cygnus, so we're
was
all
up
over the
left with
place.
you all. Yeah, unless there's anything else, anything else everyone thought they would do that night, we can totally do that, but I think we can move on to the next morning. You guys, the sun is creeping in through the cave opening, and into that kind of blinding white light steps Anola. She's her kind of hunched over frame, taking these still rather spry steps into the cave, and she like hits against the wall and it just echoes all around. Everybody awake? Everybody up?
Yeah,
Yeah.
She sounds like
I
that.
forgot how she
Oh,
sounded.
Nice old lady.
Crow.
How's everyone feeling? How's everyone first night back in the prime material?
I think Aemil is a little bit in shock. Just kind of has had their whole shit rocked, like physically and mentally and emotionally.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're feeling generally pretty good, honestly, all things considered.
Good. Anyone else?
I feel like it's like when you have like a really long, like one of those like travel days that's like an entire day of traveling and you get home super late and you wake up the next morning and you're like, where the fuck am I? Like, I think it's a little bit of that, like kind of like figuring out and like that weird processing where like for the first like hour of your morning you're remembering all of the shit that happened yesterday.
Yeah.
Which is a lot for us. So
I think Enola chimes in as you're all kind of getting your bearings. If you don't mind, I would prefer to do business first, and then you may all be at your leisure. If you could get yourself ready to head up the mountain, and we'll take a look at that rift.
How high is the mountain?
It's pretty tall. You're at like maybe a third of the way up at this point.
Okay.
But it's a ways. But it's all very it's got that like kind of spiral. They live along this line. So that's all paved and a road basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Nice.
We can do roads. We're Romans. We know roads.
Roads. We know roads.
Very accessible. Yeah, the plus ones start getting up, getting ready.
How many people do we have with us? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10? Just 10?
Is my dad here?
11.
Or did he go back home?
I think they let him stick around.
Yay.
Nice.
Are you
Sleepover with
telling
my
anyone from
dad.
Telnar about this situation?
I'm I mean, I'm not telling anyone from Telnar. I do want to eventually like talk to Enola or whoever's in charge of him being a prisoner of war and see if we can make that not a thing anymore. But that doesn't have to happen right now.
I think maybe he talked to Sigbert and was like, "Can I stay here?"
Cool. Yeah.
Where were you counting people, Clayton?
9. If Enola's going, that actually makes it easier. I can take four groups of people up the mountain faster than walking.
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
It's up to you.
All right. If everyone wants to go for a little flight and not walk for, because I was thinking about this when you said what we're doing in the morning. I think Gaius is getting back from a run. I think Gaius woke up early and went just like a run, just to work off
A
some
wheel?
steam.
Are we-
No, a run. He has
With
his.
the
He has.
Oh
the
yeah, he's got his
prosthetic.
prosthetic.
Mhm.
So I'm good on walking for now. I'll be completely honest. Anybody want to fly? It's faster. It's more efficient.
Welcome just shoots up hand.
Oh,
I
what
love
the?
her.
When did she learn that?
Oh, no,
Oh,
shoots
she
up a
raised her hand.
Oh, I thought I
But
misheard
then,
that. I thought you
Cecilia
said she just
also-
shoots up into the air, and I'm like, oh, she has fly now. She's a
She's
caster.
so beautiful.
Cecilia also kind of nervously raises her hand.
All right, I can take one more in the first trip.
I'll go with Cecilia
All right,
and
I'm
welcome.
gonna tap all 3 of them on the shoulders, cast a 5th level fly, and
Oh, we get to fly all together. Oh, that's so cool. I
You
thought you were
can
gonna
only
carry
do
us. I was like,
girlfriend
I don't
and-
know
I
how
thought
you're
you were
gonna
gonna
carry that many people.
nope.
Cecilia
It's-
starts like gets like
Oh, let
2
me-
inches
let
off
me-
the ground, and just starts doing that like little.
Let me. Okay, cool. I was just making sure I didn't have to cast it on myself. Yeah. Okay. A willing creature. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Who's next? I'm gonna
Uh,
actually give them a minute to actually get up there because if I do that again,
Yeah, that's
they'll
a
just-
good
Oh,
point.
it's a concentration spell. Okay.
We
Yeah.
can also can we do that thing where like we start walking and then
Sure,
like
yeah.
each time guys can like send
I
Yeah.
think we'll ferry people up and around. I do want to focus a little bit on Cecilia and Aemil flying through.
Absolutely.
And
Aw.
Oh.
It's
and
a
well,
little I just watched you know that bit of Wally where it's even Wally and Wally has the fire extinguisher and then they like do cute little spirals. It's a little bit like that.
Good.
who's who?
Oh.
Yeah, and I think Welcome really tests the boundaries of how far you can get off the ground and like away from any solid objects, but does know that they'll have to get back in time.
she's so
But
beautiful.
is moving at the
Flying
full
so
60
close to
feet
the
speed the entire time.
I'm gonna lean, just like walk over to Marcus and just. Can I teach her how to fly sometime? She's pretty
Yes.
good. Cool.
Please.
She's pretty
Is
good.
now I want to know, is Cecilia like zoom in? Is she like doing the little you know like when little kids go down a hill?
It's more like ice skating.
That was targeted. That was intentional.
She's and it's her first time on the ice, but she's got a knack for it.
She's so beautiful. I love her.
We have so many beautiful women in this party. Wow.
Yeah, and then everyone else gets their turn flying up there. Yeah. I don't think there's anyone else to really focus on. Everyone's
That's fine. Yeah. I'm good with that.
and you make it to the landing. The top of this mountain is like very it's not plateau because it needs to be wider, but it is kind of flattened across the top. It seems by magic, by some unnatural means, kind of how perfectly flat it is. And on top of it all, there is this huge gushing geyser at the top here. that is causing these waterfalls that are pouring down the mountain on all sides. And it's continuous, and it reaches up probably a good 30 feet in the air. Even getting close to it, you get that mist spraying off, caught in the wind. And the rift is above you, and there's something instinctual inside of you that does not want to look at it. Especially for the people who get here first, just kind of looking at anything else but it. Finally, the whole group reconvenes, and Enola takes charge again. So this is what has been opened up above Telnar for the past nearly a month now. It has grown quite considerably in our time away. If you will, I know people have said, and I've experienced myself, the kind of slipping factor of the rift. But if you will focus your attention on it for a moment, and you will take a look at that, just like it is in the sky, and it's a bright blue day, and the sky has that very natural kind of warm blue, and this is electric neon, just a slash through it. Just pulled from one side to the other, light behind it just barely shimmering, tracing up and down the line. It's got that kind of think about to yourself, is your character fight, flight, or freeze? And whatever they are, if you can answer if you'd like, they get that response. They get that feeling that either I need to get out of here, I need to go into this, or I cannot move. And it just rests on you. As soon as it takes a couple seconds and you're fine, the kind of more human part of your brain takes over. It's like, no, this isn't a direct threat to me. But it again triggers that instinctual lizard, animal, monkey part of the brain.
How far up is it?
Hard to tell. There's no point of reference with it.
Well,
okay.
Again, we have sent animals into the rift. No, it's not the smartest thing, but we just had to see how they interacted. They have gone in to 2 birds, 2 hawks, and they did not come out.
Right.
Yes, Aemil.
Sorry, I was writing stuff down. I totally missed how far you said it was away. Like high, right?
hard to tell.
Hard to tell.
Hard to tell.
Kind of like how when the moon is closer to the horizon, it looks huge, and then it's
sure.
far away and it's small, but it's always the same size around. It's just you can't get a beat on it.
Is there like Arcana check or something?
Sure.
To find out more information.
What's Avalon doing? How is she kind of trying to process this through?
I think it's like, obviously this isn't gonna work, but when you look into something, and I know you just said it's neon, which completely contrasts with what my actual perception of it was. So now I'm trying to shift that. But you're looking at something, and in there you can see you're not sure if they're the veins in your eye moving past it, or you see squiggles and stuff.
Sure,
trying to see what's in there, if it's possible.
Yeah. Give me an Arcana or Perception check from the sound of that, but either one you prefer.
Can I get advantage?
I don't know from what.
Yeah, what?
That one?
I got that one. There's some trees here. There's some water here.
Well, you think the geyser is the rift? You're like, we gotta shut this down right now.
It's seeping into the city. Someone has to watch it.
I think Avalon's still stuck in whatever that fight, flight, or freeze response is. Which one is that for Avalon?
This is such a non-answer, which is that I think it's currently freeze because it's not because the answer is freeze, but because it's stuck between she's fighting the flight
Sure.
and
Yes. Gotcha.
Hmm.
Um.
Can I pop off a little detect magic?
Sure.
I know
Yeah.
it's probably not going to be in range. I think it's 30 feet, but just in case there's like any
got it.
vibes anywhere.
Yeah. You cast the spell. The shadows kind of bend for a moment as you do. And you look at this thing. It is not within range, but with that filter over your eyes. It is strong. Let me look up what type of magic.
Let me look up Google magic 5e.
Well, the problem is, since I've started playing Magic the Gathering, it's either 5e or MTG, and my fingers don't know what to do anymore at the end.
I type weather 5e every time when I'm trying to find out what the weather for the day. I don't know why.
Conjuration magic.
Yeah,
Ooh, I don't love that.
that fucking tracks.
It couldn't be abjuration.
I mean, that would suck too. Any school
any
of magic
answer
would
is
suck.
bad,
Any
actually.
answer is a bad answer.
But yeah, you look at it, it's giving off conjuration vibes. And as you kind of stare into it with this lens, you see something in it.
No, I don't.
And you see these like crystalline walls. And it looks like the inside of the scry cave.
Oh no.
And it's just like, because again, it's such a thin sliver, you had to like get your head at exactly the right angle with these detect magic, and you see those crystalline walls.
In a way that like maybe the scrying cave we were in was also a rift, but just more stable, or like in a way where it's like showing me something I'm familiar with, or what's going on here, Will Peña?
Closer to the first one. I think you have to investigate further to get some more information.
Well, I can't fly anymore, right? That went to someone else.
We can go up again if we want to get closer.
Do we want to get closer to this thing?
Well, maybe not right now. I don't know what to make of it.
Can I ask a question?
Sure, of course.
When Aemil casts detect magic, like just the idea of like casting a spell, is there any kind of detectable like reaction that any part of it has to magic being cast?
That's a great point.
Good question.
Yeah. Casting detect magic around it. That I think as you do that like line that the light that kind of like has been going up and down through it zips down, and as it does and kind of hits the bottom, just almost imperceptibly gets it a little bit bigger.
Oh my god.
It was only a level 1 spell, in case that makes a difference.
That does make me feel a little bit better, yeah.
Okay, that's
the big swing.
Oh, don't say the big swing.
Mm.
Do we think it's worth testing a theory, or should we not fuck around?
Well, what's your theory?
Well, out of character, I'm wondering if cantrips count. But I don't know how. The word cantrips is not.
What if we did our baby magic?
Something smaller, you know, the freebies type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If I pop off a firebolt like into the air, what happens?
Zips again and does just a little bit, get a little bit bigger.
Okay. Okay. Well, at least we know.
Okay.
all right. Well,
Like the same size?
It's hard to tell. Again, it's just so small.
It's so yeah. Okay.
So,
all right, so maybe no more flying.
is your intent? Remind me of the wording of, I suppose, why we're here, other than dealing with the rift. Do you want us to close it? Do you want us to go in there?
I don't want it to be looming over the city anymore. And we have put that connection together that it might be related to magic. Clearly, it is related to magic.
Genius.
But the casting of magic might exacerbate it. But the benefits of magic that we have experienced due to our granting of it has, by most people, been judged to outweigh the risks. Because as of now, it has yet to do anything that would be, harmful to our society.
Sure.
So when you all, it's not just us, it's any magic it seems to react to.
We haven't tested it too closely, but you have been gone for the past 2 weeks and it has still...
Yeah, okay.
How early in the morning is it?
It's not too early. It's 9 a.m.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we've seen it.
I don't expect you to solve it right now. That would be...
I don't think we were going to, frankly.
But take your time. Explore Telnar, see what it has to offer. You are one of the very few to get to experience Telnar that is from outside, for this side of the canyon. And I welcome you into the city.
One more question.
Yes.
Is it like it's big as hell, right? It's huge. It's
Again,
over the top of a mountain.
Hard to tell, but
Okay.
yes, it does take up a large portion of your vision.
Okay.
Is anybody else electric blue? What's Cazarius's color? Is he like neon blue?
He's like a weird little fish boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean by people's color?
I just mean like the way that all of our magic have had distinct aesthetics to it. I guess it's like March's.
Like hypothetically, if we had a battle map.
Marcus is kind of looking at this like, is this completely alien, like nothing else we've ever seen before? Or in like looking at it, it's like, I mean, we have a suspicion this is connected to the goo, but
for the sake of just answering that question, the only thing that comes to mind is that Castorius had the purple lines that came from his eyes that one time.
Oh yeah.
So purple has been Castorius's aesthetic.
Okay, sounds good. So it's not your shitty ex.
Not this time.
What about when Aster had the
gold,
magic put on? Oh, that was gold. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I just wanted to see if it was
Wonderful.
Can I just get Will to confirm it was gold? Because Will didn't.
I honestly don't remember.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
I remember it being gold.
I also remember that, but I doubt everything all the time, constantly, forever. So
last thing I'll just sketch it. Like,
great.
Smart.
So we have a reference of it. Big line. What are you?
Go to write it. Where are you sketching it? Actually, that's an important question.
Oh. Fuck. I mean, I feel like I still haven't replaced like my sketchbook. So yeah, I open the notebook.
You go to sketch it, and what is it, like a pencil, a quill? What are you using to
like chart? I feel like charcoal is like a Roman thing.
Yeah, that sounds Roman to me.
It's weird because charcoal isn't that sharp, but as you go to like do that first line, it tears through the paper.
Is my little diary okay?
You could ask.
It tears through the paper. That's like never happened where I go, oh, hello.
Hello, Marcus.
Nod. Are you hurt?
No, I can't. This is a book.
Sorry.
Our vibes are always so weird. Do you... I turn it towards the rift. Like, do you recognize this?
Recognize what?
Wait, some things are happening in my head. Does this sound familiar to anybody that we've met before that has been mean to us? Like, just the tone of this.
I mean, it low-key doesn't sound like the Notebook.
It doesn't sound like the
It doesn't
Notebook.
sound like the Notebook, and I'm a little scared. It might just be me. It might just be me imagining that.
Answer my fucking book. Answer the question.
Wait. What's the question?
Is Regulus in my book? I'm okay.
Regulus is not in your book. No.
Okay, awesome. I can move forward with the day.
It's the last time you talked to him was the argument, right? So I just
we talked in an argument, and then we had one brief moment of like, hello, we'll talk later.
Yeah.
But it still is the Notebook. Like, I get the sense that this is the same entity.
Yeah,
okay.
It's the same handwriting. Again, it's not a voice.
Okay. The rift.
The rift in Telnar.
Bitch,
What is going on?
What about it?
we're here.
Okay. That's
Can you not see it?
no, I can't. Is it? Where is it?
Can I insight check my book?
Yeah, sure.
That's suspicious.
That's a 6.
It's telling the truth.
Say it with confidence, Riley. Maybe you'll get another 12.
Will,
It was
get
11, by the
ready
way.
to fucking lose your little mind.
It's telling the truth.
That's very strange. All right. I can do new stuff, by the way. I can say this as like we're like as we're leaving. Like,
As you guys are getting down. That's great, Marcus.
oh my god.
What?
I'm so stressed out right now. I closed the book.
Gotcha.
Oh my god.
As you guys get halfway down, going up the sides of the mountain and everything, there was tons to see. But as you're walking through, people are pretty much have opened by now shops. Again, all of these, like what they carried with the caravan, and Aemil, what your dad would kind of like lay under at the top of his mountain. There's all these tarps of many different colors that are set up on poles, hanging low under the sunlight. There are mostly food in this kind of section, but there's like these wide baskets of beans, the kind of like, when you're in the store and you can like run your hand in them. I don't. It's a health problem, but I wish I could. What else? There's people selling like cooked food. Again, that like what is it? Not bacon wrap dates, but basically bacon wrap dates.
Prosciutto. It's Italian.
There's
Prosciutto.
cabbage, there's oats, there's fresh baked bread. You see like an entire deer is like hanging upside down, kind of just like slowly rotating. That's being skinned and like turned into butcher meat. People are selling cherries, blackberries, raspberries, strawberries, cranberries, elderberries. There's all kinds of stuff up here.
Are there any fruits and stuff that we've never seen before?
I think that the cranberries and cherries you've never seen before.
Ooh.
Wow!
I'll buy some for welcome. I assume she's freaking out.
Yeah.
She hasn't seen like any fruit before.
Look at this tiny fruit. I'm gonna eat this in one bite, and it's gonna go great.
Just pain, just crack it to.
There's a rock in there.
Cure wounds. Just put my hand on Gaius' jaw like
Let me see one of those.
The first
Also,
dentist.
chomps down.
Why do you put rocks in your fruit? Oh,
We've had like an apricot before, maybe.
that's
Oh, Gaius
that's
hasn't.
a
a peach?
pit. That's a pit.
A
Thank
pit?
you very
Okay.
much.
Okay.
This
I'm
is
sorry,
much
I'm sorry.
smaller than that.
Please.
It's like a pebble.
The
Are we
fruits
about
of
to have
Telnar are
avocado toast
strong
for the first
as
time?
the people. um,
Well,
the fruits of Telnar are strong as the people. One of the men
Amen.
says to you.
So true, bestie.
yeah.
Very real.
But as you keep on going down, there are people with like vats of bubbling liquid that you haven't seen before. There's these sweet selling perfumes. There's really like intricate blankets that have been like hand sewn, hand knit with all these like incredible designs that are mostly just geometrical. And yeah, all kinds of stuff. If you guys would like to go shopping
Wait.
through here.
What is the bubbling stuff?
Is it soup or is that the aforementioned perfume?
Oh yeah.
Avalon, you go up to the Avalon, you go up to the bubbling stuff.
I do.
Yeah, yes. Hello. You
Hello.
like and she like picks them up, and it's this clear liquid, and that just it goes down and bubbles and it sizzles as it hits, splashes off onto the table. For you?
Yes.
Wonderful. She
You
pours
like?
some into
For you?
this like terracotta pot,
Mm.
hands it over, puts out a hand for money.
Just give her a
Thank you.
Tyrion gold. This is gonna go great.
What?
Gives it a look over, pockets it.
This is gold.
So they do have different currency. I remember if you remember a year ago, I was very worried about this.
I
They do
remember
have
that.
different currency, but it seems like they will accept gold.
Gold is gold.
What?
I do not know. Sizzle water.
Sizzles.
Is this
Uh,
like
Acid?
Thank you.
Avalon, as you like open it and look at it, you're very familiar. Acid. It's
Yeah.
that is so sick?
vial of acid.
They're
Imagine
just
having to
selling
go
acid?
to Walmart and buy a vial of acid. I mean, I guess you can. Like,
It is how you say sizzle water.
I am gonna hold it up and go, sizzle water.
so cool.
Very good. There's another vendor not too farther down that goes, hey, go. Écoutez.
To me?
Like gestures for you to come down.
Okay.
Instead of like a big vat, this person just has like those kind of same terracotta pots, but just like lined up back against it, back to the stall. Sizzle wasn't. Goes, pulls one, opens it. Fire. Just
They're so
comes
much cooler
pouring
than
out.
us.
Yeah.
Let's get. Of course, we'll get alchemist fire. Let's fucking do it.
Take it.
So cool. I have a bottle of vodka. We can literally make an alchemist fire Molotov cocktail. I've done it before.
Avalon's never been anywhere, has no concept of money, is used to getting everything she wants, is just buying everything.
I love her so much.
Avalon, you can get acid, you can get alchemist fire, you can get antitoxin. They're selling, it's not so much in the religious aspect, but holy water, like pure water, like it's very like pristine and would have the same effects as holy water. There's someone selling stained glass lanterns.
I would like one of those so hard.
Yeah, Marcus, you walk out to all these lanterns that kind of like the two separate parts. There's the top where the candle goes in, and then this beautiful red, yellow, blue, green stained glass on every side. You admire the craft.
I think Marcus is like truly hyper focused on it for a second, to where he is like does not hear this person talk, is just like looking at it and then goes, yes.
Thank you very much.
Beautiful.
I've spent a long time trying to perfect all of this, even years at this point.
Yes. I know the feeling.
A fellow artist.
How much?
Oh, you are the sorceress, correct? You only pay in gold.
Yes.
the rumors have been spreading of.
Was it obvious?
Avalon running around.
Like when you go to France and they take one look at you and they go American, you're like,
Yeah.
fuck.
I wanted to practice my language.
I never want to do that. I just want to look French. It's my problem.
Perhaps any of the others 3 gold, but for you, I will do it.
I pop 5 in his hand.
What? Good man. Good man.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Is there like a little like I have the lantern? Is there like just a little like stained glass like craft thing? You know how sometimes at these like at artist merchants and stuff, they have the stuff that they sell, but then there's like littler stuff. Like I'd like to just get like a piece of stained glass for like welcome.
Sure, yeah. You can do just a little like chime almost that you'd hang up outside your house.
Okay, wonderful. I do that.
It is you've more than enough. You hear welcome go, Marcus, come here.
I do.
You go down, someone is selling kind of like a wall. It's an abacus. It's got all the beads on it.
I was literally gonna buy an abacus without you even mentioning it.
Really?
I love abacuses. I love having random shit in D&D.
Again, yeah, and then there's like these clay spheres on all the lines. I don't think Welcome has money. I don't think.
Yeah, no.
established
I pop 4 gold into her palm.
She hands it all over to the person at the stall, and she smiles politely and grabs one of the abacuses and hands it over to Welcome. You and just as you, Marcus. Like, do you want to buy another one?
Oh, I think we're one abacus family.
We can share, yeah.
I got my lantern.
There's a perfume. Someone's selling potions of healing. If
Ooh,
anyone would
yeah.
like to...
Yep. I only have $4. How much gold do I have to give this person?
We'll call it 10 for our economy.
Oh, nice.
Gold
That's
for-
so nice of you.
10 gold. How much
believe
do I
we need
have?
50 gold.
I think I have 14 gold to my name. Oh no, we got hella dollars from
It's like $50.
Oh yeah,
we
Dominicus.
got like $50 from Dominicus.
We haven't spent money in
Yeah,
this campaign.
shit.
Yeah.
in a
I'm
long
not-
Why do you
time.
think I'm like a 5? I'll give you 5 gold. For
I'm holding you to that 10 gold for a healing potion. You said it. It's recorded.
I think Clio does. There's an internal like, damn, we're really spending the blood money, huh? But I do think she's gonna grab a cup. Can I get a cup? Can I get 2? Can I get a couple?
If you have 20.
Apparently I have 50, so I think I had 4. So
There we go.
now I have
So yeah,
54.
you can take 2.
You had 14. I don't know.
I'll
And
pop
they're
another
like
5 on top of Marcus's.
Gotcha. So how many are we handing out?
Marcus has contributed 5, unless I missed
I hadn't technically, but I
Oh.
can.
I thought you did.
No.
I thought I heard that.
She's talking about the 5 for the stained glass. That's what the 5 came up for.
Oh, okay. I guess I mixed. Okay. I just got confused. It was happening around the time of the healing potion, so I.
No,
All right.
you're good.
Then I will pop 10 gold.
Cool. Awesome.
I'll do another.
3, 4.
Yeah.
Is that right? 4 total?
I'll do 20, so there's one for each of us. Just
I
in
was
case.
gonna split with Avalon. Avalon and I can get the 5th one, and we.
No, it's
Okay,
fine.
We'll get the 5th one.
We'll get 5 healing potions out. They are. I always like the red healing potion from All Fantasy, but I think these ones are still mostly clear, but with a tinge of like pink to them.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Like
The pink drink.
like well, I was gonna say like that
beloved.
there's this like place in Santa Cruz that sells this like strawberry water. It's got like cucumber and stuff in it too. It's really good. That's what I'm thinking of. Then I was like, no one's gonna have any context for that.
This is a
Yes.
regular potion of healing, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
It's just nothing.
Can I? Oh
Will.
no, yeah. Go ahead.
How many did we end up with? 5?
Go.
This many?
5
City
gold.
go.
Yeah.
Okay,
5.
sorry.
I'll drag Cecilia over and buy her some perfume.
You don't have to do that. It's fine. I have a lot already.
Well, now I can spoil you.
It's
That's a thing that I can do, I guess.
thank you, Aemil. And that goes up, and there's like a couple different vials that she can open and smell from. And actually, I've never smelled anything like these before. And she like kind of narrows it down between two, and hands you the one that she wants.
Okay, I'm gonna cast comprehend languages. Fuck this
Yes!
rift. I'm doing
Perfect.
this for my girlfriend.
Mm.
And I mean, I can't speak Telnari, but I can understand them when they talk. So.
Yes. 2 gold.
I'll hand over 2 gold and give a thumbs up.
Grabs it from you and says like under his breath, just like, I guess I don't know if the word tourists would exist in this world, but does say
He invents it right now.
yeah.
I'm like, you know, I mean, you know, when you're aware that you're a tourist and you're like, I'm so sorry for existing. Aemil has very much that energy and is like, I'm not gonna haggle with prices. If they're gonna overcharge me, they're gonna overcharge me. It's literally fine.
I'll keep on going down, just abacus acid. There's clothes, some scarves, sashes, tunics, hunting traps, a
I'm
mirror.
gonna be honest, dude. Can I get a chain?
Yeah,
Thanks.
just
like,
a metal chain.
Like for your wallet?
No, like I would like a chain.
Like a chain?
Just like a
Yeah.
metal chain. How many feet?
10.
10 feet of chain. Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's another gold.
One
Can I
gold?
get a scarf?
Yeah, you got it. 1 gold for the chain. Yeah. What kind? There's literally like just like so many different colors.
Like
and
a
combinations.
really cute one. Like a fun patterned,
Gotcha.
warm colored one.
There's like this really
She's
nice
an autumn.
kind of burnt orange. It has these really warm browns in it, making like a series of kind of like triangle pyramidish shapes through it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I'd take it. She's gonna look so good.
Yeah. Jewelry, spyglass, and food. There's
Oh,
what's up?
Get a spyglass for Augustus so you can watch birds far away.
I think Augustus actually is going up, and like talks to the person for a second and like kind of pats at his side and then says thank you and kind of keeps on going.
You have to.
I know I am.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out if I'm gonna drop some on the floor, and then I'm gonna say,
There are 10 people in this city that use gold.
okay, fine.
I mean, you can.
No, I'm not going to. I'm gonna tap him on the shoulder and say, I think you dropped this a couple steps back.
Oh no, I didn't.
No, I'm pretty sure you did. I saw it come out of your pocket.
No, I've got 3 and got 3. So
Oh, that's so
must
weird.
have been. Have you asked guys?
I haven't. No.
Oh, you should probably. Gaius.
I literally, if Marcus is there, he goes, "Take the money, Augustus."
What's up?
Oh, I'm taking your money. I'm gonna take your gold. If that's okay. Yeah. And he
My gold.
grabs it from Avalon. The one
Sure,
you dropped.
How much?
I'm
do you need?
gonna message Gaius and be like, he's being proud. It's my money.
Right. Yes. My money. Yes.
Thanks a lot.
Nightmare.
The
group.
bimboification of Augustus Pompey.
But it's
Wow,
so
guys,
funny.
what a
It's so
nice
fun to
gift that
do.
you're getting for Augustus. It's so nice to buy him a spyglass.
Yeah.
Avalon had
absolutely.
nothing to do with it.
No, not at all.
And he goes back over and he spends 10 gold on a spyglass.
Expensive spyglass.
Yeah, spyglasses, they're hard to make.
Nice.
They're usually 1,000.
I know, I just can't. You guys don't have the money.
No, I know. I appreciate it, but I love Avalon being like 10 gold. That's expensive. I'm like,
I
No,
also think it's
Avalon's
very funny
that
to
was
spend-
Maya. That Avalon's like
I think it's very funny to spend the equivalent of a life-saving potion on a spyglass. You know, it's funny that those are the same price to me. And yeah, goes buys one of those.
It's everything that I want.
Yeah, real good going shopping. Got everything you need.
I think so.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, just
What's
for me to
up?
write it down. Oh, sorry.
You're good. No, you do your thing first, Maya. Let me think about if I want to do this or not. I think I'm good.
I have-
Actually, never mind.
So I have alchemy, fire, and acid.
Yes.
Cool.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Aemil. I feel like if everyone's okay, we're gonna kind of spread out, take the day to relax, figure out what's going on, work on some theories. But Aemil, your dad invites you out to go hunting with him.
Oh, yeah. Yep. I will do that.
Great. Yeah, I need to kind of give my own food for that place and run low. So it's just the forest base of the mountains. We'll go in between. You can head back to Telnar after if that's works for you.
Okay.
Yeah, great.
I'm gonna give Cecilia's hand a squeeze and a quick kiss on the lips and be like, dad and child time. Never done that before.
She just gives you that good thumbs up. And yeah, I think we can just cut straight to the two of you moving through the forest. He seems pretty experienced at this. He's been doing this for a good decade or so, actually, at this point. And who's just like, all right, stay low, stay quiet. He's got a bow slung over his shoulder. And we'll just, I don't know, first thing that comes through. Yeah.
Okay.
Have you ever
Do you
done this before?
no?
Gotcha. Have you spent all your time in the city?
Yeah, pretty much. I'm worried if I use magic, it's gonna make it taste bad.
What?
Well, like usually when I attack stuff, my like go-to is I'll do like a little chill touch hand just in the air, and it like radiates necrotic energy.
Gotcha. Great. I don't think that would make good jerky.
No.
Yeah, well, here, and he kind of takes the bow off of his shoulders and hands it to you. You want to give it a shot?
Sure.
It's heavier than you think.
Yeah.
And it's kind of unwieldy in your hands. And he kind of leads you down to a pretty well covered hiding spot that you guys can just wait out some creature.
So
Yeah. What's up? Just looking around, birds chattering in the distance, some bugs you've never heard before.
so you said you teach kids how to speak Empyrean?
Yeah, it's real important to them here. Yeah, I think I'm one of the only people in the world who can speak both. And well, I mean, now there's more people who can, but I
First one. It's kind of cool.
yeah, it's kind of why I'm still here, but it's no problem.
Were there any others?
What do you mean?
Like, are you the only Empyrean who's stuck in Telnar?
Yeah. I got pretty badly injured in a battle 10 years ago. No, that's gotta be longer than that. Same one where your mom. Not a lot of people made it out. And another Imperial soldier. God, I was bleeding. I was kind of stuck through with a piece of wood. I wasn't gonna die soon, you know. And someone took pity on me and took me back and kind of healed me up in secret. They didn't know I was there. And I spent a couple months just trying to get my feet under me and picked up the language in the time, you know. Which I did not realize was a mistake.
That's why they wouldn't let you leave?
Yeah. Telnar is not a big country. And it does not have the military force of the Imperium. So one of the only advantages that they have is that the Imperium cannot, decode, translate any of their shit, right? So once there's someone who can, can't really send that person back. So, but you can't really unlearn a language either, so. Oh. I think a deer comes skittering in front of you, and your dad grabs your arm and kind of points in that direction very silently.
I guess I'll. Oh, shoot it! It's for food. Okay.
Make an attack roll with advantage because your dad's giving you the help action.
Oh, that's nice of him. And I'm definitely not proficient in this shit.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, plus dexterity?
Yeah.
17.
19?
17.
17. Still, absolutely a deer. Yeah. I think might not sound the best, but it goes clean through its throat. And roll damage.
Oh, what is that?
Let's do D6 plus your dex.
D6 plus my dex. Ooh. 7 total.
Great, honestly, yeah. Gets it in one
Max
go.
Damage.
Yeah. And your dad kind of leaps up from the brush, and goes over and immediately starts like treating it and dressing it.
Immediately drop the bow. I do not follow him. I don't like the feeling of what I just did. Do I have weird black stuff on my hands?
No. Nothing.
Oh, okay.
What's happened there?
That's good.
He kind of wrenches the arrow out. Great job, kid. Oh my gosh.
They look a little sick.
Takes out a hunting knife and starts going to work. Anything else?
I think they're gonna be like, I got stabbed too at home. To be like, I relate to you.
As the
I don't know what to do.
sinks into the steer. Oh shit. Sorry.
No, I mean it's mostly fine. I'm pretty sure it's why I'm like this.
Why you're like what?
The magic and I don't sleep.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's silver linings, you know?
Yeah.
And you're not dead.
And I'm not dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Um,
and you know, you got a girl and things could be a lot worse, you know?
yep. I'm glad you're also not dead from being stabbed.
Me too. Me too.
I can't watch you do this. I'm just gonna. I gotta look the other way.
And I think as you turn around and he gets back to work, we'll go back over to Clio, I think. Yeah. Sarah, we've talked
Yes.
about what you want to do this session.
Yes, sir.
Anything, how are you gonna go about doing that?
I'm gonna see if Madigan wants to go. Have we, because I don't want to say what it is, but have we like passed by said building like as we're walking around, or like in our little flyover?
No, nothing. No signs, no. Not even any like stately buildings or anything like that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Also, just as I always do, warn my dog is snoring, so if you hear a little sound, it's
Okay.
her.
But Anola's
think-
with you, and you can always ask her.
Sweet, yes. I think Cleo would ask Madigan first, like if she's heard of anything, or if she's seen anything, because they've been here a little bit longer than we have.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen anything. But again, most of the stuff is kind of built into the mountain, so it's not
True.
easy to find a lot of things. But no, I would super be interested in checking that out.
Yeah, I'm just gonna let you know we need to talk about a few things. So just I would say it's not all bad, and that's mostly true. So I guess it's not all bad. But
Okay.
I mean there's business.
Great, and what better place to do it, you know?
Yes. Just like old times. Can we go harass Enola and make her send us to a Scholastic Book Fair, please?
Oh, yes. History and of Telnar and that kind of thing. Wonderful.
I mean, you know, we only kind of get the one perspective, so.
Yes, yeah. Thank you. I appreciate you looking into this deeper. As a matter of fact, why don't I take you? Come with me. Come with me.
Okay.
And she starts going kind of back up the mountain to above those shops. Kind of turns around. And she starts. You can see. Well, actually, I don't know if they have that spell. Bird comes down. Animal messenger. There we go. And she whispers to it, and it goes back a light. And starts flying down the mountain. And you come to this again short, squat cave in the wall. One of the only things that makes this one distinct is that it has this fireplace burning in the middle, with all these rocks kind of centered around it. And she says, "Wait here; they will be with you shortly." And turns back around, goes back out. Madigan leans over. Not seeing a lot of books.
I have a feeling. I don't know. Yeah, I agree. I'm interested to see where this is going to go.
But now that we have a moment alone, you want
to? Okay. So, I'm just going to say this really fast. When we were in the Feywild, something happened, and it went a little sideways at the end there.
Okay.
And Aemil got sent to a prison dimension, and Aster was there.
Shit. Fuck, what?
Uh-huh. That was my reaction as well. So, it gets a little bit worse.
Okay.
He's here now.
Okay.
And we don't know where. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah. I figured it was better if you knew.
And we don't know where he is.
Well, I could find out. I mean, I could try.
No, it's okay. It's okay. He had, like, just run out of Imperium. I guess he was always kind of loose.
Yeah. I gotta be honest, I'm very concerned.
He murdered me, right? Let's.
Yes. Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
But that doesn't seem like the biggest problem right now. To me.
Sure. Okay.
Seems like whatever portal is in the sky, whatever that is, and maybe this worm guy who's been following you around.
Yeah.
Those seem like the most relevant.
Pressing threats, immediate. Yeah.
If he darkens our doorstep, then we can take care of him.
Okay.
I don't.
Some reactions happening from my brother. Sorry.
I don't. I couldn't do it, you know? I don't want. I don't think I want him dead. I hope that's not a crazy leap to make in this conversation, but it feels.
No, I was thinking it.
Yeah.
It's insane to me that it's come to this, but
yeah.
It's just sad. But I follow you on this. So however you want to proceed with it, it's your call.
Prison dimension sounded good.
The thing about prison dimension that upsets me is I don't know who put him there or why, because the only person who should be putting him in any prison dimension is us. Yeah. So I'm kind of like, that's not our prison dimension. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, don't like take care of my shit for me. I don't want it given. I don't want it, you know? Sure. I'm kind of like under whose authority outside of mine and yours. That's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah.
But hypothetically, we could just send him back to the prison dimension, maybe. I could probably figure it out.
I like the sound of that. Yeah.
We'll have to work on it then.
Okay. I'll see what I can do.
Okay. In other news, our guardian owl explained the origins of the universe to me, and I will hand her my legend lore notes to look at.
She like unfolds them and takes a look, her mouth agape, and two guys walk into the room with you. You recognize one of them, Aelfric, who was on the caravan with you.
Hey.
He's the one who would lead the ceremony every night.
Nice.
And there's another, like, Aelfric's like 50 or so, there is perhaps the oldest man you've ever seen walking in with a cane. And Elfric goes, Leo Meliora, and Madigan. Last, I don't know if we've ever last names. Cosmira, something like that. Cosmira. Unimportant. This is Airwald. And he gestures to the man next to him. He holds up kind of a very shaky hand upwards in greeting. And together we hold the oral tradition of Telnar. Airwald,
This is so cool.
much more than I, but I have been learning it from him in anticipation of his passing. So we are here to answer any questions you may have.
Nice. Sick. Clio kind of looks at Madigan like, okay, this is so cool.
Madigan's like still looking at the paper. But
yeah.
And
Yes. Yeah. I guess we are Empyrean, obviously, and I guess it feels weird to just kind of be like, how has the war been for you? But I mean, that's our interest is in not having there be a war anymore, kind of however we can get that done.
Yes.
We've been on that for as long as I can physically remember. So I guess whatever you can tell us about the Empyrean perspective. And then I think my other interest is and she kind of looks to Madigan like, yes. When did magic start for you all? I guess just the past and present, all of it, as much as we can pick up on the magic stuff.
Airwald pipes up. Well, Telnar started many centuries ago. There were first many different tribes in the different mountains, and there were no strangers to war. There was much fight between them, as these cliffs and mountains are some of the only discernible markers of territory and land, and people will always want more than they have. Some people, but the first interactions with Imperium were always violent. Imperium and Telnar have always been at war for on and off for as long as anyone could remember, but what really kept it from getting too out of hand was the canyon, which you surely have crossed when on your way here, and Alfred kind of explains the Feywild situation and how you guys did not, in fact, cross it. It kept most of the people separate, and yeah, there's long ways around to the east or west, but that is what kept Imperium in its contained bubble. From what I understand, the deserts north of Imperium far too vast for anyone to cross safely. But eventually Imperium, in its tight conclave, we have the ocean to our south and our east and our west, and the riches of it have kept us well content for a long time. Imperium built a bridge across the canyon, spent many years attempting to complete it. And once it was completed, they brought across their machines of war. They had contraptions that we did not have ourselves. And so they quickly swept south into land that we would consider, that they had not considered theirs previously. And there was little we could do to stop it at the time. Which leads us leads us into the war of today. That has been going on for many, many years. We have done well at keeping them pressed where they are for very long, thanks to our tactics. All this to say that we have never been aggressors, and Imperium fights because they have the tools for it. They built these things before they ever came across the canyon. They were ready for a fight before they ever arrived. And I think I forgot to mention this at the top. This is all, I'm doing it in his voice, but this is all Aelfric translating Airwald's words. That was all kind of a long-winded way of, it seems that Imperius's inventions of weapons has driven the war and not the other way around. And that and make either a history or an insight check.
It's going to be insight because I have way more stuff to that probably. Well, I only rolled a 9, so let me see my character sheet.
Like an 18 though for you.
For insight, yeah. It would still be +8 to history plus insight because I do double proficiency. 8, 9, 10. So that's what's 11 plus 9? I think it's still 20.
Yeah, dirty 20.
Yeah, because our proficiency score went up, so now I have +11 to insight.
Airwald looks at you at the end of this whole speech, and after Aelfric is done translating, and those kind of machines of war that he talks about, you realize that some people here in Telnar, and also with that 20, of course, people back in Imperius view the 5 of you as the next step in that process.
Yeah.
And I'm not feeling like maybe to just say it all comes back around to that, like, because we have you, we can use you, and not the other way around, you know?
Yeah.
We needed this solution, so and thank God we have it. We got this tool, and now we're going to use it.
I think Clio takes a minute to kind of like absorb all of this. And I, Sarah, take a minute to be so grateful that all of this is recorded. And I think Clio just says, like, our city and our country has always fallen victim to its own appetite. We've always suffered under the weight of, the many have suffered under the weight of the ambition of a few. I don't represent that few. And I'm not hungry. And I hope that's some consolation, if not, at least
Elfric expresses that sentiment too, Airwald. As for your second question, I'm not going to go as deep into it. It's the same story as we've been telling this entire time. It seems like on the exact same day, on that exact same time, magic was spread throughout Telnar, but the main difference being that the many got it in Telnar, and the few got it in Imperium.
Yes. Can you remind me, because I think Enola told us this, or somebody told us this a while back, I just forgot. How soon after that did the rift appear?
People noticed it. What would have been that probably at the 5 days at the end of that same kind of whole process with you guys.
Okay.
Season 1.
Interesting. Okay, cool. I look to Madigan if there's anything she wants to ask that I missed.
I want to real fast. I'm gonna look at our lore channel.
I've put a few memes in there recently, so you might have.
Oh no.
They're
no, it's fine. It's just one scroll up.
In the lower
They're
channel?
lore-related memes.
They're lore-related memes.
One of
We
them
have a
says,
meme channel.
I know the horrors are terrible, but you have to serve, and that felt appropriate.
The horrors are indescribable, is what it says. Just so that we can most accurately.
That felt apt to the lore.
Okay.
Explain how apt it is. Yeah,
I suppose you're forgiven.
This also says. This is also a tweet that says, "I bet octopuses think bones are horrific."
Which also felt lore related to me. Okay. There is a squid.
Cool. Yes.
I'm gonna keep this kind of fast. I think Madigan asks about if they have any difference in their view of like the origin of the world than Imperium does, which has their kind of Imperium has like a very scientific evolution based, and theirs is also the same. They also, this is more Will talking to the players, don't have like a spirituality per se,
like a creation myth type thing.
Yeah, but as you guys have seen, the society of Telnar does seem to be more in working in line with how the natural order works, and Imperium was more molding it to human purposes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. Sweet. Cool. Yeah. I'm good with that. I thank them profusely for their time.
Aelfric thanks you for your curiosity, and any time that you need to help to come and ask him. And Airwald gives you a polite nod.
Thank you.
Said it's a little bit later in the day now. Most people have kind of gone out, done things, or shopping and just exploring Telnar, really just kind of get a feel for what the city is like, all the while with that rift hanging over your head. But now there's quite a few people back in the hall. And Gaius is there, Clio, Augustus, Welcome's probably kind of noodling with the abacus a little bit. When suddenly someone else ducks their head through the door, and it's Bronwyn, the barbarian young woman from the caravan. And she kind of enters with this gravitas that she has, and turns to Augustus and says, "You." And Augustus is like kind of just taking a nap. Sits up and, yeah, you're Wolf, correct? And he tenses up. Sure. Yes. There is. Yeah. And she says, Enola has asked that I show you how to be wolf. Come along. And she ducks back out of the cave, and Augustus like kind of looks around at some of you guys for like what should I do? And not Enola, Bronwyn ducks back in and says, will you be wolf or not? And Augustus kind of climbs up and gets out of there. What's up, guys?
Oh, I was just waving
Oh,
goodbye.
I thought you're raising your hand.
No, I'm waving goodbye to Augustus as he leaves.
Gotcha.
All right. Well, I guess Augustus is training.
I'd wager a guess you're probably up next. I'm here, right? I'm in this room?
Yeah.
Okay, good, yeah. I guess you're probably up next.
Okay, this is like the second or third time that someone has said something like
We should
that.
talk about it.
What? Talk about what?
So
What happened?
we all went to sleep for winter, you remember. What's the next thing you remember?
It was very cold, and I woke up in a snowstorm and got shot in the chest.
Yeah, but
by a bird.
So what we saw, we woke up and there was like, it was like 7 feet tall, right? Wasn't he like huge?
Yeah, huge.
There was like a 7 foot tall wolf where you had been. Do you remember with Augustus?
I remember with Augustus. Question:
Yeah.
Will was Augustus that big?
No,
No?
big, but not that big.
Okay.
It was different.
Okay, so it's me too then. I guess we
Yes.
knew that was coming. All right.
Mhm.
Right. Did I hurt anyone?
No. We kind of split up. Marcus and I met some folks, and we only kind of met up with you after. I think Avalon or Aemil would know. I don't want to speak on their behalf. I know they kind of, there was an encounter that was had. I mean, nothing was, fatal wounds or anything, but I think blows were exchanged. But I didn't, and I don't know, I only saw what I saw, but I never got the sense that you wanted to hurt us. I think certain creatures and even certain people just behave a certain way when they get cornered.
I'm going to go after Bronwyn and Augustus.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Just silently, just get up and go after them.
You catch up with them easily rolling down the hill. And Bronwyn turns around.
Bronwyn.
Yes.
Will you train me too?
She looks you up and down. You're a wolf as well?
Yes.
Very good. Then yes, I have someone for you to meet.
Okay.
And you head down into the forest, kind of near where Aemil and their dad were hunting.
Smells like a dead deer.
And Bronwyn lets out this really high-pitched whistle as you guys kind of get deeper into the forest. Augustus seems less than enthused about doing all of this. And is kind of just hanging back behind the two of you. When suddenly you hear him scream is too excessive. Come up behind you guys and go, holy shit. And hand on your shoulder and like points in a direction. And you can see deeper in the forest this dark gray slinking body of a wolf.
Okay.
And it like kind of goes through the trees, taking a long leisurely route towards the three of you.
Bronwyn?
Yes. This is who I have arranged for you to meet. And the wolf approaches and says, "These are the people." Bronwyn responds, "Yes, they have been turned with nature, with the cycle of the moon." And the wolf, she kind of turns to you, and first looks at you, Gaius. What are you? What kind of man?
Sorry?
Turns to Augustus. And you? What kind of man? And Augustus looks to you guys and then Empyrean? Is that what you're asking? The wolf like is a circle of its head, and starts like pacing around the three of you. Bronwyn completely comfortable, and finally gets between the two of you. I can smell it on you. There is lichen in you. Lycan, yeah. Although I suppose it could also be the moss.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, I was like, lichen.
Do you have a pack?
I'll go for my backpack.
Augustus holds your hand, like holds you back.
Oh, God. Yes.
No,
Sorry.
I had the two of you guys look at each other, having given opposite answers.
What did Augustus say? Sorry.
No, he said to answer the question of no.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay.
There is confusion.
A little bit. I'm a little lost.
Do you have a group that you look out for? That you will do everything in your power to protect?
Yeah, yes.
Well, I have people that I would do that. But I mean, everyone it's a big ask to look out for everyone. There's a lot of us, and quite frankly, a lot of them can look after themselves really better than I can. And the wolf turns her head. It doesn't matter that they can look after themselves better than you. It's that you put everything you can into doing it for them. Turns back to you, Gaius. What are you willing to give for your pack?
I hadn't thought about it. I suppose everything I've already given and whatever is left.
And if that's not enough,
then I'll have to find some more.
she turns back to Augustus. Can you do the impossible? And Augustus stops at that. I'm sorry, I don't get what you, no, I can't. Clearly. There are people who can, many who can, and I don't have those skills. This isn't part of me. And the wolf growls for a moment to something deep in its throat, in her chest. I cannot teach you. And immediately Bronwyn turns to Augustus. Leave. And Augustus goes, you brought me here. You can't just bring me to the middle of the forest, show me a talking wolf, and Bronwyn like just kind of radiates this I don't even know how to describe it, but just takes command of the area, the very space around you. You can no longer be here. Leave. And Augustus turns, it gets the sour taste in his mouth. I'll meet you back at the mountain, Gaius. And turns around and starts walking back towards Telnar.
Wait. Enola? I'm getting my characters mixed up.
Bronwyn.
Up top.
Oh, Enola.
Enola asked you to train us. Train him. Teach him. Or I walk as well.
He does not want to be. This is not who he is. And
none of us got a choice in this. He is the same. Augustus, I'm sorry that this has happened to you and that our lives are very much different than they were a month ago, but these are the situations we will have to deal with now. If you want to walk away, I will walk away with you, but I believe we need this. For us and for everyone.
Turns back around. His eyes are glossy. Okay, guys. For you, I'm doing this. Thank you.
Consider it a repayment of the gold I gave you earlier.
He laughs. Yeah, I think you spend the rest of the evening. Bronwyn, who is a bit of a shapeshifter herself, a beast barbarian, teaching you how to use your jaws for leverage in a fight, sinking your teeth into something and not letting go. She has like a tail that can whip around. You've seen this Gaius in your wrestling match against her. That tail that can just keep her steady and sturdy to the ground. While this wolf kind of creates like a ring that it's constantly walking around, analyzing you, giving you as many pointers as it can, but more than anything, providing you that feeling of this has to be done. There's not a choice in this. That this is who you are now. And it's not done all in one night. But it's a good start. And for our purposes now, even though you probably will do more sessions and training of this, Gaius can use the shifter stat block, or race combinations lineage. Yeah.
10 HP, baby.
That's cool as hell.
And so can Augustus.
Yeah. Shifter boys, let's go. They come back with matching bracelets.
We have dog collars.
Like they were at
Stop,
camp. Like
you
they
better
were
not
at
say that shit.
They braid each
Oh.
other's hair. It was really nice.
Yeah. I think we will end with an image, especially in the night sky, that bright blue rift hanging above Telnar. And as our vision of the audience with the camera like pans down over the mountain, you see the scrying cave, and then as it keeps on turning, the Coliseum, and then the fairy circle, and then a ravine that you had not seen before, that you, the players, have not seen before. This small, almost cubist island in the middle of the ocean. It turns again, the waves crashing against it, and just these slivers of areas of points of power throughout this world.
Points of power.
And we will end the session there.
I want to keep playing.
You know.